It's a Scorchio Tuesday here at GPFans, and while everybody is melting in the summer sun, Ferrari's title hopes have perhaps been melting as their engines have gone up in flames. Yes, Carlos Sainz had his problem in Austria. Charles Leclerc has had problems throughout the season as well. So let's have a GPFans special discussing the problems with Ferrari's power units this season. Remember to like and subscribe down below, but now let's dive into the video. Although Ferrari is still in the drivers' and constructors' title races, the team knows that the big concern for them is the power unit. Last race in Austria, Carlos Sainz saw his car burn to almost a crisp after his engine exploded, typical of the unreliability shown by the Italian constructors' engine. It's not only Carlos Sainz that has been troubled by fickle power units. Teammate Charles Leclerc has already dropped out of the lead twice in Grand Prix due to problems with the engine. If Ferrari wants to keep its title aspirations alive, the team will have to find a solution quickly. Although they show a lot of speed and power, the engines are still not reliable enough. Red Bull Racing also had reliability issues, especially at the start of this season, but that was mainly due to fuel or hydraulic problems, not complete engine problems. It did ensure that Max Verstappen retired twice in the first 3 races. However, the Milton Keynes-based team has managed to make a number of steps forward in their reliability. And although Ferrari's retirement certainly helped Verstappen's team, the Red Bull team boss Christian Horner still doesn't feel that the team are completely in the driving seat just yet. The technical problems at the Italian constructor have already cost them a lot of points because they could have finished first and second in Austria. The car itself is very strong, and that's all according to Christian Horner as he spoke to GPFans and the media after the Austrian Grand Prix. In Leclerc's case, it's mainly been the turbo that has been the culprit for him. It was very clear when you were watching that there was some white smoke coming out from the back of the car. Formula Passion, the Italian Formula 1 website, has looked up about how many kilometres each of the teams have covered with their power units this season, and the Scuderia was worst by far in this class. The 3 teams that have covered the most kilometres have Mercedes engines, namely McLaren, Aston Martin and Mercedes. Behind it we find Alpine, and behind it again are the 2 teams that drive with the Red Bull powertrains, Red Bull Racing and AlphaTauri. Williams is also in the lower section, but the 3 teams that have Ferrari powered engines are stuck right at the bottom. McLaren has 6,367 kilometres under their belt, Aston Martin 6,310, Mercedes 6,264 and Alpine 6,095. Red Bull Racing have hit 5,970 kilometres, AlphaTauri 5,840 kilometres and Williams 5,822 kilometres. Haas 5,586, the first of the Ferrari powered cars. Alfa Romeo 5,349, the second of the Ferrari powered cars, and Ferrari dead last, 5,280 kilometres under their belt. I've had a rough start, but looking at the last 4 or 5 seasons in Formula 1, I've always performed better in the second half of the season than in the first half, said Carlos Sainz. So Sainz therefore feels that there is still enough for him and his team to look for victories in the second half of the year. This is of course possible, and Ferrari could do that if their engines can sort themselves out and remain intact. According to Spain's newspaper Marca, that victory may not come this coming weekend in France. Sainz is forced to use a 4th power unit for the season, which would require him to start at the rear of the grid. In addition to the new combustion engine, it's likely that Sainz will have to take a new turbo, battery, MGU-K and MGU-H in his Ferrari. Although we're only halfway through the season, this, as I say, would be the 4th iteration of Sainz's power unit. Now, whether Sainz will get grid penalties or not will, of course, be announced this coming weekend. You'll be able to find that on gpfans.com and GPFans Global on Twitter and Instagram and TikTok as well, along with all of the latest news. And don't forget to subscribe down below to stick with us for all of our video content here at the channel.